What a machine. Good afternoon everyone and welcome to day 333. I've got 12,345 miles on it now since I took delivery and 3,907 on my new engine. Today I want to talk about the recall and how owners are getting on with it. Does your RS need work? Is your dealership playing ball? So we're a couple of months on now from when the recall first went live on the Pass app and on Ford's e-test system. And still we've received no letters here in the UK. I think letters have landed with customers in the US, and I think they landed in Poland at the end of March, but nothing in the UK yet. And some dealers in the UK are refusing to do the work if customers don't have a letter. Is your dealer giving you a hard time? Are they refusing to do the work or even book you in without a letter? Well, I'm a member of the online FRS Owners Club forum, and on there a very helpful member called Davey has set up a tracker, which is basically a Google spreadsheet, and he's inviting anyone who has had the work carried out to fill it in, just so we can keep track of how many people have had it, where they've had it done, what dealers are actually allowing you to have the work done, what hire car you've had, and any particular problems, so you can see which dealers are actually performing and performing well. I'll put a link to that below the video, so if you have had the work done, please do visit the FRSOC.com, FocusRSOC.com I should say. Visit there, there's a link in the video below to the thread that's got the shared spreadsheet on, and please do update your details. It'll be really helpful for the community if we can all see, well, for those that need the work. I'm fortunate enough, of course, not to need the work because I had a new engine, but it'll be helpful for everyone to be able to see which dealers are playing ball, which dealers are actually getting on with the work. Now on that tracker, to date, 34 owners have had work carried out, mostly just the gasket replacement, but some have actually had heads replaced as well. So it seems as if from the initial kind of issues when the field service action went live, it seems as if Ford are sorting out some of the inventory problems, the stock issues. So people are getting the work done, the dealers are doing the work, and this is despite them not having a letter from Ford. Now the bottom line is, if your car shows on Ford's e-test system as having the outstanding field service action 17B32, 17B32, your car needs the work. It's mandatory, it's not optional, it has to have the work done, and Ford will do the work so long as you get the right dealer to do it for you. Now if you've got a dealer that is refusing to do it without the letter, phone Ford Customer Relations Centre, Ford CRC. I will put a number on the video and in the link below. Phone them up and tell them which dealer you're dealing with who is refusing to carry out the work without a letter. I know of one individual who recently did just that, and Ford were not pleased, shall I say, with the fact that the dealer was refusing to do the work, and I think they actually got involved and spoke to the dealer to sort it out and correct them. The dealers should be doing the work. They don't get to choose whether they do it or not. It's mandatory. They need to fix your car. Don't expect the work to be done immediately though. Understandably, with the stock and inventory issues, even though there is some trickling through now, dealers that are doing the work have waiting lists. So go and visit one of those, visit the forum, look at the tracker, see who is actually doing the work and gets good reports, and then go and visit one of those, get your car on the waiting list, get your name down and get the work done. Get your car sorted before it does any damage to itself. It does beg the question though, when will Ford send the letter? I heard it was meant to be coming out at the end of March in the UK, but it's still not landed. And why is it taking so long in the UK? What about all the owners out there with Focus RSs that don't frequent forums or don't follow things on YouTube or read the press? They'll be completely unaware that their car has a problem that they need to get fixed, and all the while they could be damaging it and giving themselves a problem further down the line. So I'm not quite sure why Ford are dragging their heels so much, although it does seem like they are responding to it. If you contact them directly, they will step in and get things moving for you. other news, I've finally got a track day booked. I've been waiting a while to get the opportunity to do this. Got a day booked at Goodwood, and for the first time ever I'm going on a 5-car 105 decibel day. Now these days are quite rare. The noise limits at Goodwood are very, very strict, and a 5-car day means at any point in time there's only 5 cars on track. Now just to put that into perspective, Goodwood is 2.5 miles long and there are 5 cars on that circuit, so each car has half a mile of track all to itself. It's like having the circuit privately hired. Brands Hatch, Brands Indy, that's 1 mile long. I think they let 40 cars or more out at any one point in time, so do the maths. It's a great opportunity to get out at Goodwood on a 5-car day. Like I say, never done it before, but it's going to be like I've got the track all to myself, so I'm really going to get the opportunity to really push this thing and see how all the different driving modes feel and behave on track without the worry of other cars, wildlife or anything like that. I can just crack on and really explore the car, so I can't wait for that. Now before that happens, I've got to rotate my tyres. I mentioned it a couple of videos back that the wear was getting to the point where I need to rotate them to even them out so that they all wear out and come up for replacement at the same time. I'm waiting on a block for my jack so that I can jack it up without damaging the sills, but hopefully I should have that soon. I'll get the tyres rotated, and then by the time the track day comes up, all 4 tyres are going to be primed and ready to be destroyed. It will be the last session or the last driving I do on them, and I'm going to have a new set of tyres waiting to be fitted the very next day. So I'm going to do my utmost to destroy the tyres that I've got on my car on that day. Now I'm hoping for a dry day, and here's the thing about the RS, what makes it unique. I keep talking about what makes the RS unique, but I've never felt the way I feel about this car in any other car, and that is that come rain or shine, it doesn't matter. In my Fiesta, if it was wet and I was doing a track day, terrible. You're struggling for traction, front wheel drive, absolute nightmare. But in this, being 4-wheel drive, and particularly with the GKN rear drive unit and the rear wheel drive bias and oversteer nature of the car, in the wet it's just such a blast. It's a bit childish really, but I look out the window each morning before I go to work, and if I see the roads are damp, I'm kind of like, yes, I really enjoy driving this thing in the wet on a day like today. Now I mentioned at the beginning that my mileage is 12,300 or so I'm just coming up on the service. That's about a week and a half away. I've got it booked in. I'm going to buy the Ford service pack so I can get the first 3 services all done for a fixed price, which seems to be quite reasonable. The prices that the dealers individually quote for each of the services varies massively. So if you didn't know, in the UK anyway, you can buy a service pack. It's about £610, I think. You pay for it all in one go up front, but that's your first 3 services, all paid for and all catered for. So I strongly urge anyone that's thinking of keeping their car for that sort of timescale to do that. So my new engine will have new oil at 4,000 miles fitted to it, which is perfect timing because I'm booked in to go to Surrey Rolling Road shortly after. So the engine's now nicely run in, 4,000 miles it'll have on it by then, and it'll have some fresh oil. So I'm going to get it strapped on the rollers at Surrey Rolling Road and have Charlie overlay the graph with the original one pre-engine failure, because I had it done also while I had the gasket problem, although it seemed to be performing just as it should. But I'm going to have him overlay the graph for this one, and the first time that I took it there, when the engine was nicely run in, I think it was about 6,000 or 7,000 miles I had it done. And let's see if the revised turbo, injection system, gasket, see if that's changed the way it makes the power. It does feel, as I mentioned before, I think, it feels a bit stronger, this engine. So we'll see. We'll see if the new engines and what they've changed has changed the way the car makes the power. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new here, please do hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful, be sure to share it, and I'll see you all soon in my next video.